It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings coming up next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Dalton's throw complete there to Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. Incomplete.
That's the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw is Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Play action now, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
From the 29, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't they? And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Pete Werner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive. Because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on a punt here as he'll send this one away.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing is Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From midfield here, Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Andy Dalton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Again, Kamara. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And now out comes Minnesota.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. Now allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 42. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook.
They'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 32. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Joseph's got it, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. There's Chris Olave. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing, Dalton.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down. Dalton. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Defense offsides here. Freebie for Dalton.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Dalton operating in the red zone now.
This one taken in by Olave.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Ingram. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Dalton off play action. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of him.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They got 29 yards that time. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give running right. It's Cook.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Cousins now.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins to throw it.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Third and 2 for Dalton. Looking long for Thomas. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And this returnable for Rager.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. On 2nd down and 4, Cousins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. On 3rd down, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got some space here. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing is Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Here comes Rager.
"21 yards. Well done on the return."
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Trey caught there by Osborne.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other times. We've done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Cousins. He finds his man, complete. That's Osborne. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll run for it. Cook. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And room there to work it inside the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Dalton now to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside. The pass receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Lutz is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And this will be caught at the 30. Get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Cousins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Throwing, Cousins. Flush to his right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure, rolling out away from it, and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Dalton. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Andy Dalton.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And his throw here is incomplete.
Sorry, it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Lane drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Dalton. And that will be incomplete.
What about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So his 3rd field goal of the ballgame brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched in nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Play fake, Cousins. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Cousins now. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd down and 3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. throwing again on second down. Cousins. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Saints will have the football back. Dalton, 1st and 10. He gets it to Thomas.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton.
Open there down the field is Landry.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
A gain of 29 yards.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry from 17 yards out.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline. They want to do it with some gusto, too.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Play action now. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. It's caught, Smith. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Touchdown, Vikings!
Dalvin Cook.
He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and they
open the lead up now to 25.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. One play.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
Thus far, he's been quite the dual threat. Touchdown on the ground, another through the air. He's just so versatile, isn't he?
He is, and he's exactly what I think we're looking for in the NFL now out of the running back position. Guys who can do everything running it, but also act as receivers. And I don't just mean, you know, the stopgap guys. I don't mean safety valve. I'm talking about big-time parts of it, whether they're going to split out, whether they're going to swing out of the backfield. Sometimes they act like a true wide receiver, and he's having that type of a game in this one.
It'll be interesting to see if he can keep it going both phases. Let's see. The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw here, Dalton. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Kamara off the draw.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Saints.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Dalton now to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of the legs.
You can almost see inside his face mask there. They're looking for relief. He coughed it out, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
They're operating in close territory here. They're thinking Pruitt's definitely not going to lose the football at this juncture. Marking, unable to get past the marker. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This all the way to midfield, walking down at the 49. It's a gain of 34. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with the quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to it.
And he's had the hot hand. This will be Dalton again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
And the Saints first down.
Here's Dalton. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So Dalton now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Steps away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you know, if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this will be incomplete. Can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing here, Cousins.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On third down, Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. First down, here's Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. That's just a minor blip here. It's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was. I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.